last Thursday, Northwestern State University announced the cancellation of its football season and the resignation of head coach Brad Laird following the death of junior safety Ronnie Caldwell. The school cited the health and well-being of their players as the primary reason, but over the weekend, several players took to social media speaking out against the school's decision, claiming if it were up to them, they would finish the season on the field. Northwestern State's sophomore tight end Trevon Jones started a petition in hopes of persuading the school to let the team finish out the remaining 3 games on their schedule. The petition has already received over 50 signatures. Jones created the petition as a platform for the players, saying the fight to finish out the season is because it'll give the athletes an outlet for the troubled times we're facing. This is a life-changing decision that we should have a say in. Players we've heard from said that they want the petition to put pressure on the university to let the team carry out the rest of the year.
We're playing football, man. Playing the sport that we love, playing the sport that we came here to play. You know, like we sacrificed our time away from our family and loved ones and all the work that we put in and everything. We get to display that on the field. And just Saturday, that's just all I could think about, man. Just going out there and playing ball, man. I miss it already.
Now, News Channel 5 did receive this statement from the school's athletic department in response to the student athletes speaking out against the season's cancellation. It says in part, "We understand and respect the feelings of our players. They are fierce competitors, and no doubt some wanted to get back on the field to play. At the end of the day, we had to take the health and welfare of players and coaches into consideration when making this difficult decision. While not easy, we are confident we made the right call." Northwestern State canceled their last 4 games of the season, including its homecoming game that was scheduled for this Saturday.